Hello, this is Keith Livingston from Hypnosis101.com. Welcome to this video NLP and hypnosis tip. Today, part 2 of our Gathering Information series. Here are some examples of information we might gather. The example problem is anger. The context, when a client perceives someone is deliberately thwarting his progress. The behaviors, the client gets mad and yells. As we talk about cases in which this happened, we see the client's body go more upright, his face gets red around the cheeks, his gestures become faster, and his voice gets louder and what we might interpret as tense. In other words, the tonality changes. Internal representations. Before losing his temper, there are a series of internal dialogue comments commenting on perceived interference and discounting the idea that there was interference. It seems like that guy is trying to keep this project from being completed. It's like he's getting in my way on purpose. Well, nah, that can't be. The internal dialogue increases in volume and irritated intensity until an image flashes in the client's mind. Just before losing his temper, the client makes a still image of himself getting angry. The image flashes briefly and looks colorized. Then the client gets mad and starts yelling. The internal states are anger and frustration. The beliefs, if I let people like this stop me, I'm a wimp who will never get what he wants. The criteria is safety, first expressed as, I can't let those people stop me and take advantage of me. Now that's just a small slice of the information we might grab as we talk to a client in the early part of a session. With either NLP or hypnosis skills, there are several possible intervention paths to take. You can use the context information as the start of suggestions. For instance, whenever it seems as if someone is deliberately getting in your way. Or you could do a swish pattern on the image or on the internal dialogue. You can do parts therapy and get the criteria of safety involved. After all, getting mad and yelling might not be the safest thing to do in all situations. Now, you could do an intervention based on the information you've gathered, but I like to gather information about what resources this specific client would find the most helpful before I do. That way you have something more solid to move toward. You could get internal dialogue and imagery of a situation where someone is getting in their way, but they don't get mad, and use that. Swish from the problem to the solution. Let me point out that little of this information about the problem or the desired resources would be included in a script about anger. Does every person who gets angry have the same internal dialogue or imagery? Do they have the same criteria? Do they have identical beliefs? No. So drop the scripts. Let me also point out that a completely different problem could have a similar structure. So abandon issue-based thinking. Thinking structure is much more effective, and it's a lot faster too. If you'd like more information about how to use NLP and NLP information gathering techniques to be more effective with the people you work with, visit Hypnosis101.com. This is Keith Livingston. Bye-bye for now.